Welcome to Teachings from the Masters with Daryl Shaun Price.
Hi, welcome. Glad you're here. So today, I want to get really detailed about you being the creator of your life. You are the master. You are the creator. That is your purpose in being here, is to turn energy into experience, to turn energy into matter that you get to do something with. And you get to do whatever you want. So there's a book that I absolutely love by Paul Coelho called The Alchemist. And in this book, it is a kid who finds an alchemist that he becomes an apprentice to and realizes that alchemy is not this act of turning lead into gold or mixing potions together to create something. That's symbolic. The alchemy that is really talked about in ancient traditions is the alchemy of taking energy and matter and combining them to create something. That's who you are. You are this master alchemist. So today I want to give you the exact formula to create anything you desire, to use your inherent alchemical powers to transform reality. So let's dig right in. So a lot of these things are things that I've said before, but I want to bring them together in a way today that is a very simple step-by-step formula that you will know exactly how to create anything in life that you want. This is exactly how I've manifested miracles in my life. This is exactly how I have created financial freedom in my life. This is how I have found the people that I love, that are part of my tribe, that are with me, that I get to share my life with. This is exactly how I have created experiences that have allowed me to just pick up and move across the nation, start over, and have amazing miracles happen so that everything fell into place quickly, easily, and gracefully. So, number one is get into alignment. So what does that mean? Let's break it down. When I'm talking about getting to alignment, that is your mind, your body, your heart, and your spirit are all on the same vibration. How do you know if you're in alignment? Your heart. Your heart is where everything meets. The energy of creation that is in all things, that is your spirit, it already exists and flows at the highest vibration possible. It's already in harmony with all of creation. Then there's your body and your conscious mind that are all about this physical world, all about what you've already experienced, all about the chair you're sitting in, all about the things that are happening. And then there's your deeper mind, your imagination, your subconscious. That is all about how do you turn energy into these experiences you're having. But where the magic happens is in the heart. When you feel something that is peace, you are in alignment. When you feel something that is not peace, you are out of alignment. And your heart will tell you. And it's not dependent on the experience. You can be in the middle of a car accident and be at peace. But that's a bad experience, correct? From an outsider perspective, it looks negative. You could be in the middle of a beautiful party in your honor on your birthday and not feel at peace. It has nothing to do with the outside experience. So getting into alignment is really you shifting your attention from the outside completely so that you feel at peace no matter what is happening. And there's a bazillion different ways to do this. There's so many techniques out there. There's so many things, anything from meditation to breathing techniques to listening to certain frequencies. You can do whatever works for you. But number one is you have to get into alignment. You need to get into that state where you were at peace if nothing changed. Period. I'm at peace. I am the creator. I am the master. I am completely at peace. The outside world is just an illusion. It is just a reflection. It does not control my emotions. I do. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, that's easier said than done. Yes, but it's still simple. You need some way to calm your body. Breathing techniques, and there's several of them I use. If you want what I use specifically, reach out to me, send me a message. I will respond. But there's the breathing techniques that calm the body. Meditation that focuses the mind inward. And then allowing yourself to let spirit flow freely so that your heart is filled with peace. Once you are in alignment, step 2 is decide what you want. What do you want to create? Anything. Do you want to create new money? Do you want to create a new job? Do you want to create new experiences with relationships? Do you want to create moving to a new place? It doesn't matter what it is, because you get to create anything you want. But choose something and get specific about it. This is what I want to experience. I want to create this experience in my life. And it doesn't matter what it is, but be specific enough that you can feel it being real. Not just, oh, I want more money. How much more money do you want? What are you going to do with the money? Now, if you start to get overwhelmed in details, back off a little bit. You're probably overthinking about details that you actually don't care about and don't want. Like, I don't care if it's winning the lottery, or I don't care if somebody just hands me money, or I don't care if it's this way or this way. I just want the money. Okay. So get as detailed as you need to that still feels at peace for you, and visualize it. Now, this is where a lot of people get tripped up, because a lot of people will jump into the visualization. They will be able to imagine what they want. They will go through all of the things they need to go through to really understand the specifics of what they want, but they come not from a place of alignment. They didn't get into alignment first. It's a place of desperation that, oh, I need the money. I really need to change my life. I need to have more money to change my life. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Well, if you're not in alignment, you're not in a state of creation. You're not in a state of actually doing the alchemy of using your power to alchemize your reality. Because you're not focused on you as the creator, on the internal. You still have all these attachments to the external life that you're trying to create a new one, but yet you're attached to the old one. So, step 1, get into alignment. Step 2, decide what you want, and then visualize it. There's lots of different techniques that I've used to visualize. One that I love is play out in your imagination a scene that will happen after what you want has been realized. So maybe the scene is, oh, I'm going to buy a new house after the money hits. And you visualize buying the new house and the actual process of doing it. And visualize that. Imagine it until it feels real. And again, if you want a list of techniques on how to visualize and how to really get clear on what it is you're creating, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Then you move to step 3. This is the number one place I see people stumble when I work with them. Step 3 is, now that you've visualized it and felt that it's real, let it go. Don't dwell on it. Don't be in a state of, okay, where is it? I got to look for it. No. You let it go and stay in the feeling of it's already done. So how do you do that while it's not already done, when things aren't happening? Number 1, you ignore everything. And I mean everything that does not match that new life and what it feels like, period. Ignore it. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to go and quit your job and you're not going to pay your bills. And it also doesn't mean you're going to live in a fantasy where I'm just going to overspend because I already have all the money. No, but you stop paying attention to and giving energy to anything that doesn't feel like your real life. And I mean ignore it completely. You will be told you're delusional. You'll be told that your head's in the clouds. You will be called crazy and you'll be called unrealistic. That's fine. Because you're not living in the reality that is consensus reality. You're ignoring it. So bill comes up. You don't sit there and think about it. Can I pay it? What am I going to do? Oh no, I struggle. You're like, okay, either I pay it or I don't. And when I have the money, I pay it and I give it no more energy. It's done. I'm done with it. Don't care. I am living in that new state, because that energy and that vibration, that is exactly how you shift reality. And the second thing you do is just live mindfully. You are aware of what's happening. Oh, look, I got a bill. You accept what's happening. I accept that I have a bill I need to pay. And you appreciate what's happening. Whether or not I can pay this experience is playing out so that I can have exactly what I'm creating. For some reason, this experience happened the way it happened. And I don't need to know how to connect all the dots, because that's not your job. When an alchemist is mixing potions, if you look at the traditional metaphor of alchemy, it is not their job to make the chemical reaction happen. They mix the things, they allow it to happen. This is exactly what you're doing. You are taking energy of creation itself, or the Tao, or whatever you want to call it. You are taking your connection to everything that exists and matter. You are combining them and allowing the reactions to happen. You combine them by shifting your vibration. And actually, if you want to dig a little more granular here, so you've got your root chakra, or your root energy center. That is the spot where you are connected to all of creation, everything that exists in matter and in quote unquote reality right now. And when you are open and flowing, you get energy from everything that has been created, from all the matter. And if you move up from there, from the root to the sacral, well, now the matter has feelings associated with it. And you get to feel things based on experiences you've had and what's in alignment and what's not. And those feelings start to bring meaning to the experiences in the matter. So now matter that just is matter starts to get a little closer to energy by adding feeling to it. And then you get to that solar plexus energy center. At that energy center, at that level, that's where you start to combine desires and will with the experiences you're having. This is desirable, this is not. This is what I want, this is what I don't want. Again, you are moving matter up through those three energy centers that deal with the physical seen world to become closer to energy. Now, if you go backwards from the crown chakra, that is pure energy. That is where you are connected to the energy of creation, period. That is pure, that is limitless, has no form. It is just cosmic energy. And as you move down through the unseen energy centers, through the invisible world, the third eye is imagination and being able to see beyond what you can see and about the possibilities. I can take this energy and form it into anything. Now it becomes closer to matter. Then the throat is about what you speak, what you express, what you think. As you take those imaginations and say, okay, I want more money. I can imagine having more money. This is what I want that to look like. This is how, these are the details I want. Comes closer to an actual experience. And then the combination, the chemical reaction, the alchemical process that is the magic that shapes reality happens in the heart. That is where energy and matter meet and start to combine. And this is found in every ancient text. And let's go back to the Emerald Tablet from Hermes Trismegistus. And this is usually seen as the document that is the start of all alchemical practices in any tradition, or something akin to it. But there's that famous phrase, as above, so below. There's the unseen energies. There's the seen, felt, and experienced energies that combine in the heart. They match and mirror each other. As within, so without. What you become on the inside will be reflected on the external world. And this is what every tradition was talking about when they talked about this alchemical process. This is why you've got the symbol of the yin yang in Taoism. You've got the soft and the crude combining to create one whole. You've got the feminine and the masculine, the light and the dark. You've got the unseen and the seen, and it combines to create something new. You are channeling those energies to create your reality. So let's come back to what we're talking about. So now you're living your day, you're being mindful, you are aware of, accept, and appreciate everything that happens exactly as it is. You don't want to change it, you don't worry about it, you don't worry about how it connects to what you're creating. You keep your energy and attention 100% in what it feels like to have what you've already created internally. And ignore everything that doesn't match. Everything. So that bill comes in, you can pay it, you can't pay it, doesn't matter. It's just a bill, done. I gave it as much attention as needed to either pay it or not pay it, and I'm done. I'm right back. So what happens when fear comes in? Because it will. Fear is your mind trying to hold on to those old patterns, those old beliefs. See, your mind isn't just processing what you see. It is predicting based on old patterns. So 99% of what you think you don't experience, because your mind has created these patterns that we call beliefs based on repeated experience, and says, okay, this thing happened, which means these things, because this is what happened in the past when that happened, so I'm automatically going to fill in the gaps. And when you're trying to step away from that, there's fear, because your mind has decided this is who we are, this is how things work, and you're stepping out of that. Oh my gosh, what if it doesn't work? When fear or doubt comes in, go back to your imagination. I mean it. Stop, go back to your imagination. Imagine the scene. Imagine what you felt and created until you feel it again, and then come back to your life. And what about if you get triggered and there's this emotion that you just don't like? Okay. Observe the emotion. Practice non-reaction. Observe the emotion till it passes without any thought about what it's attached to. Once the emotion passes, ask yourself what feels like peace. Again, I've got a whole list of different things that I do on a daily basis that keeps me in alignment. And that's the key right there. You're living your life in alignment, which means I'm at peace no matter what happens, number one. Number two, I am choosing to create this thing that I've already visualized. I'm staying in that vibration. I am staying in that vibration until I see it materialize in front of me. And that's it. That's all you do. Then the one thing that you want to add to that is follow the peace. And you've heard me talk about this before if you've watched any of my past episodes. But follow the peace is you do not act. You do nothing until it feels like peace. Then you just take the step that feels like peace. So in the Wu Wei, found in the Tao Te Ching, when they say that the master does nothing, yet through the master nothing is left undone, this is what they're talking about. You, the master, you're not going to plan out every little detail. You're not going to say, oh, I want to manifest $1 million. And okay, now I got to get to work and I'm going to hustle. I'm going to figure out how do I get $1 million? This is where I am now. What do I need to do with the next step? How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? There may be steps you have to take, but you're not planning them out. You're not the one doing them. You're not the one creating the how. You are allowing the energy of creation, the Tao, whatever you want to call it, to guide you. Because your spirit, which is that energy of creation, is always leading you on the easiest path to your happiest life. And you can have anything you choose. But the only choice you're given is this. Listen to your spirit, and it'll always be the easiest way possible. Or struggle, and your spirit will lead you there through the struggle. And it'll probably be longer, harder, and there'll be a lot more to sacrifice. So listen. You're doing nothing. You're just listening. An idea pops up. It feels like peace. Follow that idea. Oh, I'm going to go research this thing. Cool. And then when you're done researching, oh, here's all the things I could do. Do they feel like peace? Oh, no, they don't. Well, I researched it. Now I'm putting it away. That's it. And yeah, it's going to be crazy to your logical mind. Because this isn't how you've been trained. This isn't the patterns you've created based on our society that says your merit is only what you do. You do not receive the miracles you want because of what you've done. You receive the miracles you desire and what you want to create because of who you are. Any of the doing does not matter. This is why the master does nothing. If there's an inspired action, he takes that step. If there is an idea to go somewhere and it feels like peace, she goes there. That's it. All you do is take inspired action. And if you don't feel inspired, you do nothing. Again, this doesn't mean you run out and overspend or quit your job or refuse to, because those are all doing things. You keep things exactly as they are. You wait for the mud to settle before you take a step in the stream. And trust me, you will know when it's inspired action. If you're thinking, well, I thought this and this, was it inspired or not? It probably wasn't. Inspired action will come as one simple phrase that just feels like peace. Your mind might try to explain why that doesn't work or why that's ridiculous or why that's stupid, but you'll know because it just feels like peace. Any explanation, any story, any reason why I'm taking a step, all comes from your current programming. Inspired action is going to be one simple idea of do this thing, say this thing, go to this place, and it will feel good when you think of that one simple idea, not the reasons why. In fact, drop your addiction to wanting to know why. And I promise you, your life will be much more simple. So let's do a quick recap. For you, the master alchemist, to use your inner alchemy to create any reality you desire. Number one, you get yourself in alignment. Set up the equipment, basically. Number two, you're going to decide what it is you want. What experiment are you doing? What things are you mixing together to create the result you want? So decide what you want and visualize it in detail until it feels real. Number three, you are going to live mindfully and in alignment by ignoring everything that does not feel like that new reality. Ignore it. It does not deserve your attention, does not deserve your energy. You don't think about it. You don't talk about it. You don't negotiate with it. You respond the minimal amount that is needed to make sure you're still taking care of responsibilities and not changing anything until it feels inspired. To ignore everything that is not in vibration with what you've created and what you visualized. And you accept whatever happens. You are aware of what is happening. You accept it and you appreciate it as this is just an experience that happened. That's done. And whatever this experience is part of me on my easiest path to that life I chose to create. Then, and only then, you act if inspired. If it feels like peace, you take the action whether it makes sense or not. Otherwise, you do nothing. Okay, so let me know how this is working for you. Where are the stumbling blocks? I'm preparing more materials for you guys to be able to download that'll be helpful guides, I hope. And if you need any help with any techniques in any one of these steps to make it easier on you, let me know. I'll send you, this is what my daily routine is that keeps me in alignment, keeps me living mindfully, keeps me doing the things I need to do so that I'm always manifesting miracles. But remember, at the end of the day, it's you. There's nothing greater than the power of you. When you are in alignment, and if all you ever did was step one, get into alignment and stay there, your life would be amazing and perfect. But you get to be the creator as well. But when you are in alignment, you will always create your happiest life naturally by manifesting miracles. See you next time.